Why is the game not so? Welcome back, everybody, to the stream's not working. There we go. Olympus Company. I am me. I'm joined by my good friend Hunter.
Hello, I'm eating chili.
And for some reason, it is like cursed right now. I'm fixing it. I don't know. It was fine 30 seconds ago. Yeah. That's cursed. So I have 20 paid draws and a free 10 of a guaranteed 3-star from the maintenance. So we're hoping for this Merceau right there, because I want ultimate death punch. So we're gonna do our 30 draws. We're gonna see what we got. We're gonna see if we get an actual team comp instead of one guy who does one effect and another guy who does a different effect, and that's all my guys. The first one. We go.
We roll. We roll. Game.
We ball.
Oh my god, look, it's a 3-star.
Look,
can you believe that?
It's a guaranteed 3-star. Wow. I got 2.
Oh, there's 2 of them.
Whoa.
Oh shit.
I was about to say I'm gonna get 2, but I was 2, alright? Fuck yeah. Otis.
찾아온 이유라도 있나?
Phone. L Corp? 7 Corp? 7 Association Self. Neat.
뵈러 왔어. 사람이든 흐르는 물이든 떠다니는 구름이든 누군가의 마음이든.
Arakuma clan. Alright, I mean, I anytime it doesn't give me another fucking, whatever his nuts is. Cool. Yi-sung. I don't like him. For no other reason that he was my first 3-star instead of, Merceau.
Okay.
Alright.
Now, lunacy pulls. Now you're gonna get another 3-star. That's the crazy part.
It is just that easy. On the next one, not this one.
No, it's a fake out.
Coffee!
워프 열차라는 거.
I got another fucking train guy!
악을 청하는 정의.
Oh, I have fucking, Don Quixote priest, insane priest mode.
메르소입니다. 작은 형님을 보필하고.
Oh, this is punching
The
myself.
middle little brother. I hate the big brother. Alright, that's a, oh wow, alright. That's a good Merceau. I like it.
Punchy Merceau. Oh shit, there you go.
I told you, it's just that easy, Hunter.
Right up Faust. Huge obtain. No, it's an ego. Interesting.
Oh, well, I mean, I would have rather than a 3-star, but ego's cool too, I guess.
낙뢰 충전 최대치예요.
Faust. Neat.
본측 이스마일.
It's a thing that exists. It's an ego.
Neat.
I think it rolls decently, so that's something.
Okay, so we have her new ego. Is there a reason to not have it equipped?
No.
Do they only have
well.
one of each type, or are there a lot of each types? Oh shit, I have to thread spin the egos. Ugh. Like, is there only
there are several for each, yeah.
Okay, I was wondering. Alright, so I guess let's see, like, what we've unlocked, right? And see if we can, Nails and Tremor. The Rightful Purge. Tremor Burst, alright. So that's for a Tremor. What does Nails do? Gain 1 bleed and increase the bleed count by its effects count. Ooh. So it's a bleed and a tremors. That's interesting. If the target has nails, inflict tremors. If this unit is fanatic, inflict nail. Is it inflicting on her then?
It means she will inflict more nails when she inflicts it.
Okay. Fanatic ally at least SP. So she is an N-Corp Fanatic. Does that count? Or does it need to just be just Fanatic?
It needs the Fanatic status effect.
Oh, okay. Which... If there's okay. I thought that was always referring to the traits.
Does her skill 3 make her Fanatic, or does she need outside?
Nails, tremors, nails, intellect, paralysis, tremor. I
Yeah,
would maybe
she might need outside
maybe on an
Fanatic.
up tie. It's also on an up tie.
It is, but also this...
What did I hit 176?
No clue.
Okay, I do like that.
Dailies?
I like that. And this one is poise. Oh, the poise build. Poise and haste. That is pretty good. I want to see if I have like a team before I spend all of my up ties. I want to see if I have a team. So that's burn. This one is bleed. We remember. Apply 1 envy power to 2 allies adjacent.
He's more of an envy character than a bleed character, but he does have bleed keyword.
Okay.
And he punches with chains.
What is envy?
So you might enjoy that.
I probably would
Envy
enjoy
is
that.
the purple.
At 4 envy, reason coin power +1 on hit. If target has a vengeance mark, inflict plus coin drop next turn. Inflict envy for Jody. So you dealt the most skill damage to an ally. If the main target has vengeance mark, find a power +1. There's another surviving ally from the middle. Heal 6 SP every turn. That is pretty cool. Honestly, healing 6 SP per turn seems pretty nice.
It's not bad, yeah.
Ally at the least SP. And this is more rupture, and offense down, which ain't bad, to be fair. Although I'll be honest, his ability has been I feel his ability has been kind of underwhelming. Bleed, and paralyze, bleed.
Kurokumo Honglu is not a bad ID because his skill 2 has a really strong effect.
Oh, I have two
get it up.
Kurokumos then. I also have Kurokuma, fucking her.
Rojin, yeah. You might be able to go for something bleed-ish.
I could definitely do a bleed. I have so much bleed. I also have a decent amount of poise. I could do the poise build. Let's see. Okay, so this is kind of a bleed guy. I mean, it's just a bleed guy. He does other things, so it's bleed. The last coin, the last skill in the chain inflicts 3 bleed. Neat. Charge, man. Charge, convert to haste. Alright. Between those two, I like Kurokuma more than fucking Green Up Agent. We know our boy Heathcliff is Umbrella Man, and his downer. Whereas this is Tremor, which would only be really worthwhile.
It's not really Tremor, it's more just blunt damage. It's actually, his base ID is solid.
Poise. I could do a poise build. I think I have like 4 or 5 poise characters. Would it be good? No. What's poise do? On hit, gain potency based chance to deal critical damage and count by more successful. Doing crits, that's not bad. Just shove paralyze. Goddamn. Spend ammo. Ooh. How do you generate ammo?
You can click on the ammo.
Is that how I generate it?
You don't. You start with a certain amount.
Man. That's less useful. I don't like that. Rose Spanner, this version of Rodian's pretty good because like she does so much damage.
She's been doing it because she has the reuse coin on her skill 2 there. That's been doing some pretty good
Yeah,
stuff.
she does so much damage. Exactly, skill that trigger tremor restrains attack threshold with effect plus at the end of the turn reaches the cap by 1. So like tremor is more for just stun locking like bosses and shit. Because I feel like right? No.
Tremor is. It's mainly used to raise stagger thresholds, so things stagger faster, but there are also specialized tremor effects that certain IDs and ego inflict that can change how you use the team. Like one of the Honglu ego has tremor reverberation, which makes it so that when you proc tremor, enemies take damage by the tremor amount when you proc it.
At 5+ poise, counter skills use skill 3? Oh, so instead of doing normal counter, it will do that. Okay, that's neat.
Yeah, if she was actually capable of fulfilling that conditional, it'd be good. But she literally can't reach that number.
Is it just
because she doesn't have any... She has no poise count, so she just loses it at turn end. So Kurokumo Clan Rodion suffers from the curse of being an ID that was made on launch before they knew how to make kits. Her uptie 4 fixes a lot of the problems with her kit, but that would require uptying her to 4, which is a big investment.
I love the psycho priest thing. Like Rodion, whatever the fuck her name is, and fucking Don Quixote. I love the psycho Mito Hammer priest thing. It's great. It's a very fun aesthetic. Tremor? I have a lot of tremor. How do I keep hoarding it? Alright, Utus. In a clash, opponent has -1 clash power. Oh. And then just a base paralyze, and then rupture and defense down. This feels her, like, she has the clash power, that feels, oh yeah, +5 we're going up. It just, the base feels low. Maybe I'm wrong, it feels low. No, I'm wrong. It's just she's level 1, that's why. Is that good or is that bad? I feel like that's not... I feel like that's fine early game.
It's functionally, it's functionally identical to just having +1 clash power. Because, I mean, the opponent losing 1 clash power and you gaining 1 clash power is the exact same thing. So having +1 clash power on all her abilities is neat. She's kind of supposed to act as like an enabler for like a slash team, kind of, because she's an interesting unit.
Yeah.
She's not a bad unit, but I mean, at the point you're at, investing into any 3 stars is asking a lot, because you ideally would want, like, you know, their skill 3 so you can...
Okay, but I could do your dream, and I could do your recommendation of poise. I have 5 poise characters. I do have 5 poise characters.
You don't have any of the poise enablers.
You
don't have anything that would make a poise team good.
I do have 5 poise, though. That's all you need, right?
Something like that.
Run an entire tremor team with no tremor burst.
You could have 2 Rose Spanner characters. You can have Gregor and Rodion. You could have the Rose Spanner squad. I think you might enjoy Middle Little Brother Mersault. I would recommend
I think I would like
for
him.
you.
I like the idea of I like what he offers, like, in his music. I like this. And the fucking aesthetic is fun. Like, I like him. I'll probably be keeping him for a while. He is... So, if that's what we're doing, that's leaning into bleed.
Honestly,
not heavily, but...
I still don't think you've been given enough to work around a keyword.
Okay.
I think you'd still just be best off taking the IDs you like and that roll high, and that's going to give you a lot of mileage this early on.
All right. You uptight. Oh yeah, right. You volunteered to be the voice actors for things.
Yep, I'll read the uptie stories.
Ooh, all right. Yeah. Let me level him up. With what do I have everybody else level at? Fucking. What do you got?
17.
What do you got, brother man? 17. All right. Become the new hero that we need, because I'm too fucking not that. Because I'm too lazy to like math it out normally.
Just something like that.
I have a lot of tickets. Woo! I thought uptime. Number 1. Woo! Number 2.
어디서 무슨 일이라도 당했습니까? 이리 와서 자세히 설명해 보시죠.
Shut the fucking. I'm the tiny book.
반드시
I love the little black book.
It's the Book of Vengeance, man.
The little black book. I love it.
Not just any book, the Book of Vengeance. It has been carried out. Gah! The child had a bloodied man in a tight hold by the lapels. He shook the man from side to side, observing and scrutinizing.
Isn't his fucking title The Middle Little Big Brother or something?
The middle little brother Mercel.
Love it.
It was clear that the man was way past being able to put up any kind of resistance, but the child didn't care. He continued to observe and observe, like he was playing a game of Spot the Difference. Title 3, Section 4, Row G. 3 consecutive strikes to the abdomen delivered using a body part. Completed. I added consecutive for no reason. I don't know why.
I
It
think
just
it'd
happened.
be fun to know someone like Merceau. Like, not this version, but like the analyticalness of him.
He does as ordered. Title 11, Section 1, Row A, Single Strike to the Jaw, Power Irrelevant. Completed. Title 5, Section 157, Row C, Variation 5, Leave. Nothing of the right arm but its stump. Completed. All good now?
Like, looking at both his arms go, are we cool?
It's the city, you can replace
Is
limbs.
my debt gone?
According to the information in the book, yes. I said I'm sorry. I made a little mistake at the club, that's all. Why are you doing any of this?
I love Merceau so
The man
much.
shouted desperately. His voice was muffled by the sound of blood and saliva gurgling and rising from his throat. Because the club you insulted was under the Middle's management. Everyone and everything under the Middle's protection is a part of the Middle's family and property. Damn it, how was I supposed to know that?
Read up.
Why'd it have to be the Middle? Shit!
I feel like I don't know, like what he's doing is kind of bad, but I feel like I have broken your arm or ripped it off. We are done now. You know, like not taking it any further than that. I think that's kind of good when you're dealing with like fucking mafia goon.
It's certainly... You'll find that the major syndicates in the setting, the syndicates being like big, powerful gangs, the Middle is one of them. The big, powerful gangs all have their own very strict form of order, where if you follow it, you're good to go. And then if you don't, it's bad for you.
Because I feel like most of the other gangs would just kill you. Or like take away the meta luck you have or whatever the fuck.
I think that really depends on the offense, and we still don't know what this guy actually did.
You did something.
The man grabbed his torn shoulder and grimaced. He had broad shoulders and a mean face, but seemed to have seen his share of the rough and tumble. But even he seemed to know that the Middle was not to be messed with. He sat there, breathing heavily. Damn it. How am I even gonna stitch that arm back?
See, like, you just get better. It's gonna suck. It's gonna be painful, but you can just get better, apparently.
So, will you erase my name from your book now? The child does not respond. Instead, he flips through several pages in his book, searching for something.
This tiny book is so funny to me. I love it.
I have been observing you for an hour before this act of vengeance was carried out. The information I have been relayed prior to arrival stated that you have committed 3 sins. Clearly, that did not account for the other sins you have committed. That's because I didn't know that this was the Middle's turf. Your ignorance of the Middle is not a defense against the slights you have committed against us.
The only thing that crazy happened, Raptor, is I once again called a rare drop or whatever. That's the only thing that's crazy that's happened. We've been upgrading characters, unlocking characters, and doing story. The tiny book.
The book closed with a light thump. The child had found all he needed. He grabbed the man by his hair and began dragging him off to some corner. The sin of speaking foul language against the big brother, the manager of this club, committed at row B, line 4 of the standing seats. I said I didn't know who he was. Strike a nearby table twice with the guilty one's head. Grab by the hair if possible.
I enjoy how his tiny little book has the punishment for like every single like thing they could do wrong.
Completed. All I said was that his hair seemed a bit bristly.
That's not an insult!
Compounded in that the said foul language was about something the big brother was particularly sensitive of. The sin of making the big brother sigh twice, uncomfortably. Only by your death shall this vengeance be fulfilled. What? No! I am certain that you are already aware of the following procedures. I will not elaborate further.
Sighing twice.
Let regret be your last thought. You should not have insulted the Middle. After a heavy clang of the chains, a pile of meat that used to be a person fell to the ground, unmoving. The child had completed another task.
What a weird, like, thing to choose, like, your gang's, like, outfit. It's the fucking chains. What a weird decision. Because those are thick-ass chains.
Damn, Mersul, made another one bite the dust, huh? Yes. Man, how'd you find those extra crimes? I thought tearing his arm off was the end of the verdict. I have observed. It is nothing of note. Come on, brother, learn to take a compliment. Big brother will like this. In that case, I would be most overjoyed.
Fucking Mersul.
The child was awkward both in stance and speech, but the others surrounded him, cheering his exploits. The child really didn't fit into this group.
No.
But that was none of his business.
Mersul, you're supposed to be a
It didn't
good
matter
boy.
if he fit in or not, he will carry out the tasks as written in the book.
Alright. We can do either...
Faust?
Yeah, I think Faust, because she is one of my best characters right now.
She's just been pulling her weight, man.
The amount of characters she has one-shotted with the fucking flip kick. And, like, sinking is pretty good, and she does a lot.
Yeah, even if you don't actually have a full sinking team, even just having a character that can apply some sinking
Like,
can help
sinking's
just to
good,
keep...
just a little bit, just because of the SP
Yeah,
damage.
It can just help to keep their SP down.
방문객께서는 이쪽으로. 외람되우나
She's
초대받지
covered in
않으신
blood.
분께서는
Yes.
즉시 퇴거 절차를 밟아주셔야겠습니다.
Oh, look at all these new fucking things I got. Wow. I got passive skills now. Yay!
I shall now take my leave. Please enjoy your meal. elegant music plays over an expensively lit dining hall. The child nods politely at the group of people dressed in noticeably expensive clothes before walking backward and silently leaving the room, just as the chief butler did.
Does it refer to all of them as child? Because I thought that was just kind of a joke because the middle little brother or whatever.
So, without getting into spoilers, the perspective of certain Uptai stories takes place from different, like, some Uptai stories are first person, some Uptai stories are like third person, omniscient, and some Uptai stories are third person like these, where they say the child, and that's from a specific point of view.
Okay.
But this entity would refer to them as the children.
Okay.
Whew. The child finally allowed herself to sigh after she made sure that the door was fully shut, and that she was far enough distance away from that room. She knew what kind of discussions would be exchanged in that place. The Wolven Hunt. That is what one could call this battle. The battle that butlers from both the Edgar family and Wuthering Heights, the heir of the Edgar family, and his chief butler, were currently discussing.
I enjoy that the Wuthering Heights is, the Wuthering Way. I enjoy it. That's fun.
What prompted this discussion? It would be the knowledge that the child, once taken in by Wuthering Heights, was returning home, leading a deadly march of overwhelming, shambling forces, bringing ruin and desolation to his old home. That would be exactly why these factions of such complicated and conflicting interests decided to come together for once. The two are now in talks.
Hi, Outis.
I trust that your service was exceptional. I suppose asking you is unnecessary, as you have not once disappointed me. Thank you for your high commendation. I merely made an appropriate appraisal of your performances. However, the chief butler walked towards one of the doors, her eyes like those of a hawk, and slowly but deliberately wiped the narrow opening of the doorframe with the tip of her fingers. It appears that other butlers are in need of some additional education.
Do I have any? I don't think I have any other butlers. Because, like, their unique debuff is pretty good, isn't it? Memories of the House or whatever?
There are 4 butler units.
I know there are. I don't think I have any. I think I only have her.
I don't think so. There's Chief Butler Otis, there is Chief Butler Ryoshu, there is Butler Faust, and Butler Ishmael.
Ishmael.
Her fingers were wet with blood, yet to be cleaned. It appears that the cleanup for the battle they conducted against the uninvited guests earlier wasn't as thorough as it should have been. My deepest apologies. You are a butler responsible for the kitchen. There is no need for you to be Yep.
Reading's fun.
I do believe that it may become your responsibility to relay my opinion to the butlers tasked with cleaning, however.
The amount of times I have fucked up reading. I have read, if we count all the streams, I have probably read entire books.
Understood, ma'am. Very good. Now head downstairs. They are still training hard for the hunt, yes?
The amount of times I fuck up, because it's so easy if you're reading it like as it's being written.
Yep. Maybe I should just pause before I read the lines. Indeed, everything is proceeding as you have ordered. The child nodded politely before leaving the chief butler.
Creak.
After a long walk, she finds a door leading downstairs. She descends. Ah, Lady Faust!
She got bloody quick.
The staircase led to a dark, blood-splattered basement. But it seemed that the child was already expecting this sight. She does not even flinch her brows. Is the combat training using our previous uninvited guests going well? Yes, I think I've almost got the hang of the strategy Lady Otis told me about. Very well, please continue. Oh, and another thing. Chief Butler Lady Otis had a comment regarding your cleanup performance. Oh.
Oh, no.
Please pay attention to the areas that are not normally observed as well. so that our guests may not be inconvenienced. Yes, ma'am. I will put greater care in my work. Well then. After the brief warning, she wrapped her fist with her serviette and joined the ranks of the other butlers in the dark. The dark, where sounds of leaping, throwing, tearing, and ripping continued to echo from. A new sound joined the fray, continuing to echo through the basement.
As I recall, her upgraded skill 3 is actually like kind of great. Like this is pretty good.
It doesn't have great coin power, but it does have a solid effect.
Yeah.
Because that's 6, 8, 10. It rolls up to 12, which isn't fantastic, but her skill 2 rolls... Yeah, her skill 2 rolls a 13, is that? 4 plus 5 plus 5? A 14.
Oh, wow.
So 14 skill 2, 12 skill 3, I think 11 skill 1. 10 skill 1? No, 11. What's her uptime 4 give her? Obviously you can't afford that, but...
Upgrades level 1.
Yeah, that's where you get the... Yeah, uptime 4 is usually where you start getting coin power conditionals that allow you to make the team better. So, like, uptime 4 stuff, you're not going to get a lot out of it if you don't have a team for the keyword.
Oh, interesting.
Because it's hard for her to get, like, 5 sinking on an enemy by herself.
Yeah. I got fucking Umbrella Man.
Yes.
Okay, so...
I don't think you have any other sinking units.
No.
Do you have any Gregor IDs? Didn't you get a Gregor, I think?
I have a girl.
Oh, Rose Spanner, yeah.
Because you were saying we do that with Rose Spanner. It's just... Let's see. So currently, my team is going to be Umbrella Man, Faust, Merceau, and I don't really have, like, a super preference beyond that. Like,
Maybe just Yisong Rogia. I think maybe keep the team we've had, just swap the Merceau out, basically.
Yeah. Is it worth just getting, like, the first level uptime for both of them? Is that worth it?
Well, you can scroll through and see what it does for you.
Inflict 2 more tremor each time the coin is reused. 3 plus charge. She only gets charged on her first ability. I mean, it's 4 charge. That's... So, I mean, if she gets charged, she has that.
Yeah, it's basically as long as she uses her skill 1 before her skill 2.
If the coin is reused twice, inflict tremor, then trigger tremor burst. Okay, so I mean that is pretty good for her. Like, basically, if she gets the tremor burst, she gets an additional 2 tremors.
Honestly, what I might recommend, and you're gonna hate this, is to uptie to the song instead, because I think his passive.
If you recommend it, then sure. But,
I think because if his passive is what I think it is. Yeah, if you have 4 Wrath, he just heals allies SP at turn end, which is quite strong.
That is nice. The allies base skill that inflicts burn, put in your 5 additional. So, like, I mean, granted, I don't know, but like, 80. I could get it and just exchange. Actually, I don't have any songs. I do have a.
Honestly, that would his skill 3 is such a powerful ability. I do recommend doing that as soon as you're comfortable.
I do have. Like 30 of these boxes.
Well, the problem is thread, not ego shards.
Oh, ego shards.
Yeah. What you need is like 16 thread.
Yeah. Which
14 thread.
I mean, I could obviously exchange ego things I have for it. However,
you could also just do daily Luxcavation, right?
Do the dailies for it.
Yeah. I would say maybe beat it once and then skip it for the bonus rewards, because you get more skipping thread. A test run for the new team.
It should be fine. This version of it.
돈 벌러 가자.
Should I? Part of me is like, if that's what I'm doing, maybe I should get more fire burn.
I say see what happens.
Ba-ba! Ba-ba! Big ba! Oh my god. Get him, Umbrella Man!
Thank God he's rolling all those heads.
I was wondering, 'cause I've been doing this for a week. Is the 20 whatever I get for winning this, the Insanity or whatever the fuck that I get for the first one? Yes. Is that only the first time, or is it like once a week the first time?
I think it. My brain one says once per day, but that.
Well, no, I get it once per day, but like, is it like, can I never get this one's again, or next week when it rolls around again, can I get it again?
Well, I think. Honestly, I'm not super certain. I do not actually know the answer
Potential
to that.
man is rising his potential. Although I will be honest, potential
Negative 15 SP, he's gonna go crazy this turn.
I will say though, potential man being with the guy who auto heals the lowest one probably isn't the greatest combo.
Yeah, honestly.
I'll be honest, I'm not totally against getting rid of Potential Man. He's hilarious, I love him, but I'm not totally against the idea of getting rid of him.
Do you want to put someone else in the team instead of Potential Man?
I think the gimmick of like being low SP is good for him is really funny. It's just the issue of there's so many characters that have heal SP, right?
그쪽으로.
Okay, but this turn, that goes crazy.
Like you said,
You
right?
have to do
Like,
so much damage.
His passive is amazing because of healing low SP. Well, that loses its effectiveness on a character who is meant to keep himself low.
Yeah. So maybe you can sub back in the Ryoshu you have that does burn.
You got this, fucking my boy. Hey, it's just that easy. All enemies gain 3 attack, bear down, fragile. Nice. Get D serious, whatever that means. Die. Every time that move kills someone.
It's just a good move.
It's just a good move.
앞에 나선 보람이 있었구려. 그 어느 때보다
There you
뜨겁게
go. And then you should be able to
타올랐어.
skip it twice for
이
6
건법도
each, I think.
제법 숨이 있는 듯하오.
And that should get you there.
역시 관리자님이십니다.
6, yeah. Oh, leveled up. Oh.
All according to plan.
좋아, 입에 풀칠은 하겠네.
There you
애들
go.
월급
Now you should have enough, I think.
좀 풀려야겠어.
We have to, okay, so we're not gonna do. We're not upgrade him. Baba Booey.
북적한 공간에
Flow of the Sword
소음이
is such a
들리면서
ridiculously strong ability.
No, I get it. Like SP healing in this game is insane.
한적하게 만들어 보이리다.
It is crazy playing a gacha game that like has reasonable grinds to get them to like max strength. It is wild. It's like, oh yeah, I could fully uptie the highest ranked character. And I could fully level. I'm pretty sure I've done things that fully level up. Like I could fully uptie him in like a week of doing 5 minutes of dailies.
Oh yeah, there's definitely a pinch in early game resources, which is weird because usually gacha games give you the honeymoon period, but Limbus gives you your 14-day login and then boots you the curve and says the systems work well enough. Go get them, Tiger.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say that, but like, I've played games where it's like, oh, you want to get the 7-star version of this character? You are going to spend months of doing their mission. You're gonna spend
those XP tickets.
Well, it's like for example, Star Wars, the Star Wars one, right? Where it's like, to get a 7-star character, you need like 375 shards or something. And odds are you're gonna get 2 per day.
Joy.
And it's just
6
like,
months.
ugh!
Yeah, to fully uptie a 3-star unit from uptie 1 to uptie 4 is 250 thread and
What's up,
50
Dunkel?
ego shards.
What's up, Dunkel? I'm saying, like, this is the most generous gacha game I have played. It's always funny when I see, like, a chat member who has, like, the listening only tag, like, the no visual. Or the vice versa, when they have just visual, no audio. It's like, I have to entertain with just one of the senses.
A stroll in the city streets is a rare affair indeed. This walk, the sun shining on my shoulders, conveys an unfamiliar sensation. Days upon days I have spent in archives, poring over volumes of books. The last time I saw any semblance of proper sunlight was on the day of my move up to Section 3,
Fucking
when my personal
nerd.
belongings were to be transferred to the new quarters.
He's a Redditor. The last time I've seen the light.
He's just dedicated.
He's just dedicated.
If it were not for my colleagues pushing me outside in hopes of allowing me to bathe in the breeze and the sun, today would not have been a day of any significance. Yet, well, this is quite pleasant now that I'm here.
I'm not saying anything. It's just, I'm not saying anything bad. It's just an observation, and I enjoy seeing it. It's fun. I assume as a general rule, most people just use streams as background audio. I feel it's probably kind of rare for someone to be fully watching a stream.
Most streams are second monitor content.
There's second monitor content for fucking background sound, and you hear the streamer go ah, and then you look at it and you go.
The details of the surrounding hectic bustle fade into the background, becoming nothing more than white noise for me to focus entirely on text, enhancing my focus. And, how delightful it is, the flavor that infused this tea. Perhaps I will make a note of it to the association to place them within our building. The sky, though it's tall and crisp blue, but a reminder that all is but a facsimile and a lie, brings a gentle and pleasant breeziness to my heart. Much there have been to be gained from this excursion, given that it was a coercion that which pushed me to venture. He talks in fucking poetry, man. He talks in poetry, dude.
I like the big words.
He thinks in poetry. Perhaps this may be an opportunity to grow amiable to the unfamiliar. A learning experience this may become.
As your friend told you how vertical the difficulties of PM games? No.
It's pretty vertical.
He's told me at some point I'm not going to be able to auto-win every fight. And every person who's come to chat, it says, the auto battle's going to bite you in the ass in fucking Canto 448. Every Kavur.
It's actually been a phenomenon where everyone eventually mentions
every single
448.
person, because all I do is auto win. Everyone who's coming is like, ooh, 448's gonna. Good luck.
Thank you, Humble. You'll need it.
Everyone is like 448's. It's got your number. You're not gonna be able to do it anymore.
Perhaps this may be an opportunity to grow amiable to the unfamiliar, a learning experience this may become.
So I have Hunter here to help me assemble a team of my random characters.
Yet it may be a while before I become eased into the activity of chattering and skittering about with one's colleagues.
Because a Hunter loves this game.
I'm not an unsocial creature by nature, yet I have remained skulking in the archives as long as I've been a member of the association.
Like a fool.
A fool. I believed ascension to higher stations achievable only by delving deep into volumes upon volumes of manuals and training my body. Yet I remained in Section 4 for a long while, denied from the much-wanted mobility of status. My operation was formed on the incorrect proposition that the flame may grow by merely improving the firewood, failing to realize that flame cannot grow on its own. On second thought, perhaps this is why the knife hand techniques were taught in Section 4 of the South, to assist one in understanding this truth. I initially failed to understand the bizarre notion that my hands were to be used like blades. Yet, once my mind was freed from this limiting obstinacy, once it accepted that flames burns greater, not in isolation, but in collection, I could rise to Section 3. Now, I wield the flaming sword.
Now I wield a fire sword. Damn, I heard
Tongues of fire, wreathing the blade, licks and burns the air. In contact, it burns our foes with utter ease.
Well, you see, I read everything else that's not voice acted. He really wanted to be Umbrella Man, and now he's stuck with he's like, I want to.
Yeah, I just want to read the Uptie stories.
I wanted to be British Umbrella Man in his Uptie story, and now I've hoisted this on him because he's decent.
I volunteered. I know that the technology that enables this is a culmination of the works of countless workshops that shape today's Liu weaponry. Liu's flame. Its spark handily lit by all, yet catches fire only for those who understand it. This is the truth for all of Liu's standard equipment. Flame-wreathed weaponry of the Liu are known for their ease of use, yet to wield them to their fullest extent, a deeper understanding is necessary. It can be traced back to the gloves of Section 6, and as the arsenal grows, so does the appreciation for the togetherness then. Those who reach Section 1 would find their understanding complete. Such must be the philosophy behind such an approach. Those who stand alone with the flaming sword are soon left with naught to burn, their spark and embers darkened. Yet those who stand together, though they may wield blades of wood, might become a great bonfire that bursts with the sparks of their fellows. This is why I have requested to be dispatched eastward. Though the martial forms, traditions, and the disparity between sections may differ by region, should I find where and how the cores of Liu's philosophy, camaraderie, and warmth have settled, and should I learn how one converses and grows their understanding of their fellows, I should find myself moving forward. And, in that process, I will learn how one might grow closer to the fellows of my section, those who have pushed me to live this day.
Okay, so as much as I love the meme that is Umbrella Man, because it's funny, and his animations are cool, he is kind of countered by the rest of my team. So I'd want like, I want like a fire or a bleed, wouldn't I? Or a tremor. I want like a fire person or a tremor person.
I think maybe the Liu Ryoshu would be the best 5th edition.
Ryoshu.
Yeah.
Because that would be burn. Because that would synergize with my boy who I hate.
I don't know if does Yisong have any burn count on his kit? Can you check that for me?
Yisong?
Yeah.
He has. I don't think he has
burn, skill 2, burn. Oh, if target has 6+ burn, inflict 2 burn count. All right, it's not impossible.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, I'd want at least one more burn. Ideally, I just want more burn because of the synergy. But so either be her. I think she's my only other burn character.
Yeah, I think you're limited with your pickings right now.
I am. Yeah, she's my only other burn. Okay, yeah. So that is our comp then.
Squad for now, I think. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Moving into Canto
honestly
3?
spend this energy, so it's not wasted.
Well,
Maybe
wait until we're done for the
We have
day.
an hour.
No, that's fair. Yeah.
If I was skipping through the story, then you have a point. We have an hour.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while to get to the meat and potatoes. Last time on Limbus Company.
The sun is almost set, leaving the bus to be shrouded in dusk. Hi, Karen. Sharon. Karen's humming a song while driving. I found myself singing along in my head. You know what should I expect? To that strangely familiar tune. I have a deep hatred of Sinclair. He curses me so much that he has more stuff he compares to.
The Yi song of your account.
The Yi song of your account!
아름다운
I hate 이 song, and it keeps giving me 이 songs.
망가진 것들에게서부터 나옵니다. 아이러니한 이치죠.
Virgilus spoke, having noticed that I was looking at the driver's seat.
하나, 온전히 음유를 느낄 수 있는 것은 정작 그들의 몫이 아니니.
Don't you fucking insult me.
카론, 오늘은 기분이 좋아 보이는구나.
Aaron nodded.
기분 좋으면 노래를 부르는 거야.
그래. 하지만
At least I got decent ideas to complete Canto 9 with eventually.
9 with eventually.
Eventually.
그 노래가
Fair enough.
왈거렸던 것 같은데.
Don't worry, by the time Canto 9 will be out,
카론,
I don't know.
그런 기억 없어.
That'll be in a
That'll
year. It'll be in a
in the-
year.
Probably in about 6 months.
In a year.
카론은 즐거울
6 to 8
때만
months.
노래해.
I have so long to like just catch up to the game and be like, oh,
You've got plenty of time.
oh. Virgil's eyes seemed a well subdued shade of dark, the kind of hue that would be picked right away if one wanted to express solitude as a edgy motherfucker. But it only lasted for a brief moment. So I decided to dismiss it as the vivid sunset playing tricks with the light.
이제 카론이 흥얼거리는 세상은 고요한 무채색입니다. 길고 긴 터널 속을 헤어나오지 못하고 있으니.
I'm sure that just like the history of my own life that I've forgotten, Aaron and Virgilus must have their own threads of cruel reminders.
이런 너무 개인적인 이야기는 그만하기로 하죠. 딴테.
I need to level up Ryoshu, don't I? She's at like level like 11 or something.
나와 친분을
No, she's at
쌓는 것이
17.
아니라
She's at 7. Okay.
저들을 관리하는 것이니까.
When I looked at his face again, that momentary hint of sadness had fleeted, replaced with a faint smile. I gave him a few nods and turned around to check on the sinners. Our bus passengers have had lifted spirits for a while now. It helped that they did what they were assembled for and secured a golden bow for the first time. All the sinners were busy talking about their exploits in J-Corp's district.
내가 그때 딱 카드 내는 걸 봤어야 했는데 진짜 명장면이었다니까.
아, 저 이야기만 7번째 들으니까 슬슬
Gregor's
지겨워져서
really
그러는데.
short, huh?
그래서
He
이번엔
is,
어디로
yeah.
가는 거지?
He's a little guy.
He's a little guy. He's a little bug man.
이번
I think he's the
목적지는
shortest person,
K 사건.
shortest
I would-
adult man on the bus.
Is okay. That's
아, 11구? 덕분에 평생 가보지도 못했을
I think Sinclair is slightly shorter than him, but Sinclair is barely a man, so no.
그곳에도 손에 꼽히는
It's like Don Quixote is definitely smart, but Don Quixote is not a man.
근처에 기념품 가게도 있을 것이야. 난 한정판 피규어 세트를 꼭 사고 싶었어. 오,
Thank you, Don
거기
Quixote.
햄버거 맛있다고 유명한 프랜차이즈 식당 있지 않았어?
I feel the need to be like, ah, yes, the phone is always listening. Do you know what my phone has been recommending on Reddit now?
What?
Fucking Limbus Company sections.
Casually.
Like, I don't go on Reddit. But it's like, oh, I've heard you bring up Limbus Company a lot. Why don't you look at this, Don Quixote, is my best character, whatever. I wish Don would stop causing her for one mission, but that's her character. She's a little troublemaker.
She's gotta make trouble.
She's gotta be a little fella.
요즘에는
Look at that twinkle. There is no evil behind those eyes.
She's gotta be a little fella.
소금만 물고 가는 것이 전부였다.
Just a little guy.
그러게 말이에요. 제가 항해할 때 목구멍에 넘길 수 있는 음식이라곤 철맛이 나는 통조림 수프가 전부였는데.
침 고인다. 그렇지 않아, 류슈?
뭐 지역마다 다를 피의 색을 생각하니 침이 고이긴 하군.
At least she isn't Sinclair. Sinclair!
So true.
Surely Sinclair will at one point contribute meaningfully to the story besides playing the maracas.
Aye, those maracas were
진짜
vital.
무슨 얘기를 못 하겠어. 꼬맹이, 너는 뭐가 먹고 싶어?
Surely Sinclair will contribute to the story. Looking for someone to share tales with and have a sensible conversation, Radia naturally turned to Sinclair. However,
싱클레어? 어머, 얘 왜 이래?
hey, Radia, I don't know if you've noticed or not, Sinclair still isn't, like, totally down with, like, fucking fighting. Bro, this 3-rate ID I've got couldn't even roll a 9 until uptie 4. Uptie 3 is only 7 of all heads. Ugh. Dude, it feels so bad, like, doing fights, and it's like, ah yes, this character literally can't win these clashes because they just don't roll high enough. Oh.
하얗게 질렸군.
I'm Urso.
과호흡과 오한도 관측된다.
How long has he been like this? How long has he been having a mental breakdown on the bus? And just none of us noticed.
베르길리우스님이 케이사라는 언급을
Massault noticed. He just didn't do anything about it.
We did ask him. Curse you, Blade Lineage Sinclair.
You have to instruct him.
Ask him. You have to ask him things. He will only speak if he believes he's being asked the question. Then he'll be the most helpful man around. He just needs to think. I thought that said squelch. I just saw in the corner. I thought that said squelch out of the corner of my eye. The sound their face makes. Why didn't you tell me earlier?
명령이 없었기 때문입니다.
Fair.
There you go.
That's fair. We're so staring at me like I was at fault for not doing the obvious. You're right. You're right.
속이 갑자기 안 좋아져서요.
진짜 괜찮은 거 맞아?
Now that I think about it, I keep accidentally, like, cutting off, like, the conversation because they pause for the 3 dots for a lot longer than I think they will.
So, you can actually... It's a very funny audio trick. When a voice line is done playing, the background music will get very, very slightly louder. So you can kind of listen for when they actually finish talking.
Very slightly.
Very, very slightly louder. I've noticed that in cutscenes, and that's always been my cue to hit space.
Faust, I'm noticing a trend where one of us has a visceral reaction to the destination that Burgess reveals. Additionally, when we arrive, it turns out that the place does have a history with the person in question. Does that have something to do with the reason we joined the company?
우리라고 칭하시는군요.
Ah.
미묘한 변화의 차이를 감지하는 것도 저의 주 임무라서요.
I mean, I am part of the team, I think.
그리고 수감자들의 입사 이유에 대해서는 상세히 알려드릴 수 없지만.
That seems odd. Why can't you tell me? I'm the manager.
저희가 가야 할 행선지와 수감자 각각의 신변이 어느 정도 관련이 있다는 사실은 부정할 필요가
Yes, as a free pocket revival machine. But I'm part of the team. I am debatably the most important member. Debatably. I can't do anything in a fight, but if it wasn't for me, we would have been dead long ago. Debatably, I'm the most important.
기다 아니다부터 말하면 될걸. 쓸데없이 혓바닥을 길게 누리는 건 배운 놈들 특기인가?
두갈적 발화가 언제나 옳지는 않아요. 파우스트는 그때그때의 가장 효과적인 방식을
May potentially be the strongest later on. That's another story further along the line. That's another story for you to find out in like 3 weeks, player.
뭐?
What?
배운 사람이라서가 아니라 당신이 너무 못 배운 사람이라 파우스트의 말이 헷갈린다고 한 거예요.
Damn, okay.
Damn, Faust. Fucking lay into him. Actually, when do you become useful? That's Hunter would know. What canto I become helpful?
I think Dante has always been helpful. I just think they become slightly more helpful in Canto 6.
That's so far away. Just as Heathcliff approached Faust with his bat shaking in fury, Sinclair suddenly started throwing up on the floor. Sinclair! The bus finally quieted down after that. Come on, Sinclair.
It's just his stomach, guys. He's just a little upset.
Oh, why don't you fucking come to the thing to fucking get banned because you wanna advertise bots? Thanks for the follow, Humbo Dunkle. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. hopefully I can keep being of entertainment to you. That's what I enjoy doing. That's a lot of guys. Alright. Get out of here, Umbrella Man. I love you and you're hilarious, but dear God, you are so counterintuitive to my team. And everything I want to do. Yep.
Seems right to me.
Wait, no, yeah.
형님과 누님들을 위해.
That's probably the best. I'll be honest, Radia is only good when she... technically, Radia would be best for the second turn, I think, because her kit revolves around it so much. However... You are level 17. Okay. Let's fucking go! You're gonna see our new team in action! Get 'em, boys! Damn it! Shortly after the situation with Sinclair was dealt with.
그나저나 아까는 11구 뒷골목으로 간다는 걸 K사라고 잘못 말한 거지? 딴지 걸기엔 다들 들떠 보이는 분위기라 타이밍을 놓쳤는데.
난 어지간해서는 잘못 말하는 법이 없다. 맞게 들었어, 그레고르. 우리는 K사
I enjoy how this stream was like the starting Canto 3, but we spent the first hour and like 10 minutes just like on like team building.
Well, we've started Canto 3, haven't we?
We did start it, that is true.
그래, 심사가 필요하지.
난 K사 비자 없는데. 나 빼고 다들 있는 거 아니지?
뭐냐? 왜 날 보냐?
방법은 간단하다. 닭돌.
Ryoshu, you can't just make up your own abbreviations.
She damn well can, and she damn well will.
Well, she does, but everyone has to ask, what? And that defeats the point.
그리고 뚫릴 때까지 죽사를 반복하면 돼. 즉, 닭돌 죽살.
Whatever that extended abbreviation means for Ryoshu, the sinners have learned to stop questioning it.
림보스 컴퍼니 정도의 회사라면 그냥 통과될지도 모를 텐데요. 그리고 류슈 씨가 말한 방식으로는
One day
시간이
I'll
소요될
have
거예요.
enough viewers where I don't get a
날개가
fucking
걸려있는
bot
둥지를
advertising
대체 뭐라고
viewers
생각하는
every
거예요?
stream. One day!
Alas.
It'll be a good day! Oh, I see. No one's gonna take into account how much I'll suffer for that cider, huh? Sadly, none of our sinners bothered to respond to me in any capacity.
이스마엘이 말한 대로
Hey Dante, if you want people to like care about you not enjoying reviving, be useful for something besides reviving.
림버스 컴퍼니의 뒤엔 꽤 다양한
Oh, the shareholders! The money!
혹시 H사의 주주님도 아시나요? 제 동생이 어렸을 때 붉은색 여권이 아니면 안 된다고 고집을 부려서 직접 저희 집에 방문해 주신 적이 있으시거든요.
글쎄, 나 같은 일개 길잡이는 그런 것까지 아는 위치가 아니라서 그렇게
Unfortunately, you can't work in the
대답할
translation. Who
가치가
the hell
있어
speaks
보이는
clock?
질문도 아니고.
Apparently, our 12 sinners speak clock. Apparently.
They've had clock forcefully injected into their brain.
너무하네요.
그보다 중요한 건 검문소까지 가는 길목이다. 검문소의 심사가 까다롭다는 건 통행권을 노리는 자들이 지천으로 널려 있다는 뜻이기도 하지.
버스 근처에 불청객의 소리가 많다.
Well, have bus. We'll battle.
They battle bus, one might say.
The battle bus! So anyways, you have 11 sinners ready to fight. I love the stance of the chains. I love it.
He's stanced up.
He is stanced the fuck up.
가자.
So anyways, I started autoing.
제대로 찝었군.
Die. Oh my god, dead.
Yi Sang's about to obliterate a man with his skill 3 next turn.
Is that a skill 3? Yeah.
Yeah.
Get him. If he gets a turn, he might not get a turn.
That's why I said next turn.
벌써 부서졌나? 쓸모가 없군.
All right, I'm gonna be honest. I like the only synergy we really have is like these two. We do a lot of damage though. It's fun to watch.
It's a very blunt focused team.
퇴거하시죠.
끝내. 타오르시게.
He couldn't even finish. Also, did you see the part where it heals your ally's SP when he uses a skill 3?
Oh,
it's really, really good.
My team composition is kind of garbage. If I didn't have Hunter here, like, telling me who is good to put in, mine would also be garbage. Fucking bah! Strong left!
You fucking bopped him, dude.
Bop! I only have a good team comp because Hunter was like, yep, do that, do that, do that. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, oh, I can punch.
I have a bunch of fully built teams because I've been playing since season 1.
I'm like, oh, I can punch.
심사받을 시간이다.
Punch man, you said.
아, 혹시나 해서 말하는 건데 너희가 평소에 하던 대로
Your usual antics, you know us so well.
그러니까 볼성사납게 사고를 치고 다녀도
Virgilus, okay, you don't know us so well. Do you see my people?
이곳 검문소에서는 버리는 게 좋을 거다.
I thought his words were pretty intimidating, but despite the worries,
K사로 방문하신 모든 분께 환영의 인사를 드립니다.
would me saying the IDs I use be considered spoilers? You can say the names and they will mean nothing to me.
Yeah, just don't like describe a spoiler related to the ID in their name. But like, yeah, you can just name IDs.
Yeah,
they exist in the game.
If you say the name, that means nothing to me. Like, don't be like, oh, this person's debuffs is perfect for killing the boss of Canto 4 or whatever.
Whose name is this, and they do that.
This, and they do that. And they're important because of this. Let's do that. Like, if you tell your names, Hunter will be like, oh, and then he'll tell us like good or bad, but
I'll just say something vague in response, you know?
Just be like, yep, those are words. You're what? You're the doobada big brother man punch guys? Like, yeah. Bloodfiend, Rodian,
Dawn, Malfaust, Ryoshu, Otis,
Malfaust.
random hobo you can find.
That are random hobo. Umbrella Man!
Oh, Umbrella Man!
Umbrella
Man! Malfaust, Ryoshu, Otis is basically a team on their own. Bloodfiend Rodian is really strong. She has good support abilities. Manager Dawn is just an incredibly powerful ID, like top 3. And then Random Hobo is there for moral support. Yeah, that works.
Fucking Umbrella Man! I love seeing Umbrella Man do 10 damage and then do a 200 to go. That makes sense. I would have put Wild Hunt if it really struggles.
Fair enough. The better sinking Heathcliff.
The menacing and interrogative atmosphere could subdue the temper of any first-time visitors, and the Sinners were no exception. This is the first place we've found that isn't just an utter shithole.
Yep.
I could occasionally
Don't make trouble.
hear Sinclair sniffling, followed by Radia and Gregor calming him. Any of my questions why were met with heads shaken sideways. Hey man, why are you holding your bat like a gun? Because look, he has it like nestled between his thumb and forefinger.
He's making sure it's on full display while kindly explaining he doesn't want to use it on you.
Don, I'm gonna need you to be put in a straitjacket.
당신이
I mean, Don, Quixote is gonna ruin this. Like, someone is gonna do something bad, and Quixote is gonna be like, ah, Fire of Justice! Hey, Sour Cream, how's it going, man? Good to see you again. Yeah, we weren't able to stream yesterday because of the maintenance at the time we would have streamed.
And then I had to play the entire update that night. It was really good.
And daily streams are hard to do if you don't make money off of it. What made you follow us outside the bus this time? Part 3 was peak.
It was really, really good.
Noticing my flustered reaction at the unexpected company, Virgilius opened his mouth.
이곳이 동지이기 때문입니다, 단테. 혹여나 이곳에서
Long ago, in the ancient past of like 7 years ago, I did daily 3-hour streams. Oh! Juggling that and work and everything else, that was rough. I played so much For Honor, and I was so bad at it. Unfortunately for most, it seemed people struggled with them looking for notification nerfs and surveys and whatnot.
There are two quite intense boss fights, but I have a lot of really strong teams, so I can kind of get around that.
I can flex that I beat out a burn team. Pre-nerf Avant Superbia.
I used a poise team for Canto 8.
Or just put it like that. It sounded as if he were saying, you're not reliable enough to be sent without supervision. You're not, he's not wrong though, Dante. Even you, Dante, need supervision. Remember when you wasted all your luck on a slot machine? I remember. My friend used a burn team and skipped the phase.
Skip the whole phase? Yeah, that's the power of Magic Bullet Otis. It's just ridiculous. That and Fire Fist Gregor. Those are both, they do so much damage.
앞에 나선 보람이 있었구려. 그 어느 때보다 뜨겁게 타올랐어.
Wait, I was supposed to use burn.
Not supposed to.
Not supposed to.
Burn and Bleed are arguably the strongest in terms of both clashing and doing a lot of good damage. Woo. Like if you have Sanguine Desire Rodion with Bloodfiend Rodion, Unbreakable Coins count for the use of like bleed, and so if you put Sanguine Desire Rodion passive on a boss, it'll use coins like 13 times and not have any bleed count lowered, and it's ridiculously strong. But that, you know, takes a full setup, and having Sanguine Desire Rodion and having like the full Bloodfiend team, so
permission to clock face.
The strongest teams require, you know, very specific IDs, or just syncing with Wild Hunt Heathcliff.
I enjoy how it's like Wild Hunt Heathcliff, he can carry your team.
Yeah, Wild Hunt Heathcliff and Manager Dawn are things called seasonal highlight identities, in that they're kind of like supposed to be capstones for the characters' cantos, because it's like season 5 was Canto 7, that was last season, and that was when Don Quixote got her seasonal highlight identity. So they tend to be very strong and very like focused, and they kind of lead their archetypes when they're released.
Ishmael seemed to have a habit of speaking quickly and being more inquisitive when she got anxious. I just realized tomorrow's gonna be funny because I'm streaming Valkyria Chronicles 4 tomorrow, not this. So that'll be something. My anime World War II game.
Anime World War II.
That's what it is!
It is, but it's so silly.
Is!
It's so silly.
It's fun, but it's anime World War II, but that's what it is.
안 그래도 그 이야기를 하려던 참이었지. 잘 들어. K사 직원은 이쪽 줄에 서 있는 사람들에게는
very simple questions. Very simple questions that I hope you somehow don't fuck up.
그리고 너희들 또한 매우 간단한 대답만 하면 되는 거야.
He cannot emphasize this enough.
Wait, just say yes or no. That's all you need to do. Please. Looks at Don. Please.
신문소 직원이 어떤 목적으로 왔냐고 물어보면 림버스 컴퍼니 업무상으로 왔습니다. 업무 비자를 확인해 주세요. 라고 대답을 하면 된다. 토시 하나 빼먹지 말고 그대로 외워. 그 밖에는 내가 알아서 할 테니 그저 문제를 일으키지 않은
Gotta wait for a friend to get
사람이라는
MC. We'll actually play a horror mod pack. I think of hopes and dreams.
Ooh, fun.
Horror pack Minecraft has always sounded interesting. I don't think I would enjoy it that much. It's always been sounded interesting to like watch.
혹시나 저 말을 외우지 못하겠다면 차라리 입을 다물고 있으세요. 그저 갖고 계시는 사원증을 내밀기만 해도 되니까요.
Keep quiet, don't cause trouble. Easiest tasks in the world. We haven't already fucked it up twice. Easiest company, easiest task in the world. The person asks the flaming clock man, "What are you doing here?" He ticks at him and then talks, and he gives his ID. I'm 100% gonna be the guy who dies first. I'm trying to slap the entity. Look, when Cthulhu shows up...
Sometimes you gotta throw hands.
When Cthulhu shows up, you gotta crack your knuckles and say, "Get out of here, you tentacle-ass bitch," and then die. But you gotta do it. Or roll with a blicky, one of the two.
Yeah, you'll be dead, but that like 10 seconds of aura, it'll have made it worth it.
It will have made it worth it. That reminds me. In the Arkham Horror card game, it's a deck builder in the Lovecraft mythos, right? The expansions have escalated, and it's been really funny getting each expansion as it escalates. So, like, it started off
gradually more world-ending, psychotic, multiversal bullshit.
Well, that and like the weapons you have to deal with that. So, like, in the initial starter set, one of the best weapons is a machete. And then for the other class, it's a Derringer pistol with one shot, because it's a Derringer. Right? Like, they're not good. In the latest expansion, one of the cards, the Mauser anti-tank gewehr. An anti-tank rifle. Which just feels like a bit of an escalation from a Derringer.
My god, they put power creep in the co-op card game.
And, like, me and my friends are gonna be starting the Yellow King campaign. And I'm just waiting until the final session, because in the final session you fight, there's a chance for, one of the creatures to appear. An outer one. And there's a chance that the Yellow King is gonna show up, and my friend is gonna pull out an anti-tank rifle and fucking just blast him in the head.
Kill the Yellow King with an anti-tank material rifle.
Your yellow ass head, you shiny ass head, bitch! Bam! I was worried that Faust might rat me out, but thankfully, Virgilus was idly staring off into space, sparing me from a scathing commentary.
자, 그럼 질문이 있는 사람은 내가 정말 가치 있는 질문을 생각했는가에 대한 고민을 해본 후에
I ran out of my first water. I must drink my second water.
Double water.
Unfortunately, a project because I drink so much water. Unfortunately, a project Green Universe, which will probably cost you an arm and a leg. And
yeah,
I look at bullets, and I don't like the idea of having a limited use skill. I'm gonna like stay away from bullets at all costs.
조용히 손을 들도록.
Several hands were lifted, including mine.
로지온.
업무 목적이니까 무기는 들고 들어가도 되지?
그렇다. 다음.
그럼 그에게 기기괴기한 팔이나 단테의 근사한
치치
수준으로도
clockheads.
상관없겠네?
맞아요. 참고로 관리자님의 머리는 무기가 아니라 의체로 분류되기 때문에 관광 비자여도 허용은 돼요. 비록 불사의 능력을
Imagine someone coming and say, I have a prosthetic head.
This is the city, man. That's just a thing that happens. That's not even super rare.
Ishmael took the role of the model student and answered in Virgilus instead. I think these are the only tunes that utilize bullets well. I'm not counting you, Magic Bullet, Aldous. You don't count.
Yes, I would agree. And if we're thinking about the two same units, they synergize super well together.
It feels like something's changed by Ishmael's attitude since the casino job. She seems to have decided to take matters into her own hands. Fair enough, after I betrayed her expectations of my capabilities as a leader. Everybody but Aldous and fucking Merceau hate me.
정확해.
And I guess Dawn doesn't hate me.
Dawn isn't capable of hatred.
Dawn isn't capable of hatred unless she views him as a villain. Gregor and I put our hands out at the same time.
Yeah, Nissan. What's it called? It's
담배는 끄고 얘기하도록.
My God, my brain. Solomlent. Yeah, Solomlent Yisong doesn't really use ammo. It's fake ammo.
Burgess was doing his best to ignore Don Quixote's arm stretched skyward. Maybe if I ignore her long enough, she'll put her arm down. But he finally caved and gave the woman with an adamantly raised hand the chance to speak. Don, please amaze us. Inspire us with whatever you say that's gonna ruin this.
그래, 돈키호테. 뭐지?
His eyes are glowing. He's already sick of her bullshit.
Gone.
It's been 10
She's
seconds.
left. She's gone. She's broken containment. She's gone. Hunter. She broke containment.
I think they just panned the camera.
Following Don Quixote's finger, our attention was drawn to the glass wall stood in the middle of the building. On the other side of that clear dividing wall, I knew Don being quiet to be a wishful wish. Yeah.
The wishfulest wish.
Were countless people waiting in line.
저쪽은 기다린다기보다는 아예 사람들이 바닥에 앉아 있군. 줄을 선지 꽤 시간이 지난 모양이야.
무장 경호원도 많군. 이곳 인원의 3배.
대부분 건물에 세워져 있는 유리벽은 안전을 위한 용도일 가능성이 크다.
Vergil's just watching us. Guys, just keep your fucking mouth shut and go in the fucking line.
뭐 쉽게 말하자면 뒷골목 사람들 전용 구역이지. 둥지마다 방식은 다르지만 어쨌든 제대로 된 비자가 없이 다른 둥지로 가는 건 진짜 까다롭거든. 왜 검문소 근처에서 목숨까지 걸고 우리를 습격하려고 했겠어? 비자를 강제로 빼앗아서라도 둥지에 가려고 했던 거지.
그리고 우리가 해결해 줄 수 없는 문제이기도 하지.
However, that answer didn't satisfy Don Quixote. Whether it was the fault of the gloomy yet oppressive atmosphere of the area beyond the wall, or the disturbances happening in there, I couldn't say. Don, please, ruin this for us already.
관리자님, 저희 차례입니다.
Right. Alright, our line moved at such a quick pace we barely had time to chat before it's our turn to answer the officials' questions.
기억하세요. 그쪽에서 어떤 목적으로 왔냐고 하면
한 번만 더 말하면 심사관인지 뭔지 아는 놈이랑 만단지에 해주겠어.
Despite Ishmael's worries, our inspection was smooth sailing.
소속 그룹 이유를 말씀해 주세요.
I look at this man, I remember fighting him in the mirror dungeon. I remember fighting this man in the mirror dungeon.
No. Don't think about it. Don't think about it too hard.
사원증 확인 부탁드립니다.
확인했습니다. 다음.
Thinking about bullets now, does Aldous with her ego technically fire a bullet?
림버스 컴퍼니에서 왔죠.
So I actually know the answer to this.
사원증 보시면 된대요.
No, because the magic bullet status effect is not coded like ammo. It's coded as a separate status that can sometimes interface with ammo mechanics, which is super bizarre.
After our first sinner proved who we worked for, it was a breeze for the rest of us.
Lore-wise? No, I don't think so. I think it's just magic.
Bang! She is magic bullet ego or whatever. I guess it's ego, not ID. The official asked the same question in the same dry tone. To cursory glance at our faces and employee cards, though based on their speed, it seemed more like a customary gesture
base ego,
rather than actually look over that each center pass.
That's an interesting question, because she has a gun blade. But
무슨 문제가 생겼나 봐요.
does that count as a bullet, or is she just sparking an explosion at the tip? I would assume the latter.
I've only used like 4 egos my entire time playing so far.
When you get a notice that's worth using, you'll see Otis's base ego is she stabs the enemy with her gun blade and then fires it.
Oh.
It's all
It looked like a line come out of it akin to a bullet trajectory.
Maybe. It's possible.
The glass wall saying
ego cheats, so
they do cheat. The glass wall saying between us and them was thick enough to block out sound. It was hard for us to tell what was going on through the wall. However, I could see what was happening unambiguously. Someone with a cuffed hands was being dragged away by security. Yeah. and a small child was crying next to them, clearly scared and confused.
신경 쓰지 말죠. 잘은 모르지만 날개의 금기를
Hey,
얻은
guys,
모양이에요.
have none of you clocked what Don Quixote's, like, entire deal is yet?
No, but surely she'll have learned her lesson. This is a net.
How long have we been in a group? Like, have none of you clocked her entire deal?
No, but, like, this is a nest. Surely she wouldn't be that dumb.
만족스러울 만큼 충분한 돈을 뒷구멍에 찔러주지 않았다는 거 웬 더 있겠어?
지금 저한테 이죽되는 건가요?
뭐야? 신경 쓸 일은 아니라며. 너무 신경 쓰는데?
While I was distracted by Heathcliff loudly celebrating his first successful tease on Ishmael, our usual suspect sprang forth at our least expected moment yet again.
소속 그룹 이유를 말씀해 주세요.
약자에게 자유를 주기 위해 왔노라.
Nice! An emotion is expressed for the first time on the checkpoint official's face. Flabbergastation. They looked up at Don Quixote with a face screaming that was flabbergasted.
저자들을 풀어주게. 고통스러워하고 있지 않은가?
소속 그룹 이유를 말씀해 주세요.
He even gives her another chance.
The official ignored her demand and paired the same question. Virgilus seething. Now, Virgilus has probably spaced out already.
He's already given up.
No, it's like she said the first thing, and he is stun locked. He took like 5,000 psychic damage. He is stun locked right now. The entire centers have like 8 brain cells. That is not true. Merceau is at like is a genius. Faust is a genius. Altus is a genius, and everybody else is assholes. Yisong is a genius too, I guess, but everybody else is assholes.
Yeah, that's fair.
All the while, Don Quixote was getting more upset by the minute. It's just that Don Quixote's at like a negative like 400 or something.
The total is brought down by her being.
And then, in looking through the transparent wall again, I saw the desperate child mouth a scream at the man dragged away in handcuffs. Yeah. Fucking. Alright.
Here we go!
Here we go!
내가 직접 해결하겠네.
Oh boy.
코드 퍼플. 금기 K185 위반 발생. 트롬보사이트 지원 요망. 재전파. 트롬보사이트.
Veering away from inquiry like a broken record, the official spoke an intimidating immune response to the radio.
안내합니다. 코드 퍼플. 순환 이동 검문소 14번. 트롬보사이트. 루코사이트.
Blaring sirens accompanied the perplexing announcement. All the while, thick metal gates shut around us.
그냥 대갈통을 부수고 시체자루에 넣어서 지나갈 걸.
Honestly, though.
Honestly.
그런다고
He's not wrong.
아주 달라질 건 없었을 것 같지만요.
It would have at least delayed this.
트롬보 루코. 각각 혈소판, 백혈구를 의미하는 것 같소만.
저들을 의미하나 보군요. K사와 어울리네요.
Looking in the direction Faust indicated, we all saw what she meant. Security forces wearing menacing uniforms were staring at us. That's such a good photo.
She's just a little fella.
That's such a good photo. Ooh.
I mean, you'll probably be fine.
I'll probably be fine. I have a lot of upgrades, so I'm not fine.
Like, you can always pump another ticket into everyone.
Like I said, if I'm not fine, I have a lot of tickets. I've gotten used to sort of situation. It looks pretty serious.
네.
Dante, it's really easy to get used to a situation when you don't do anything to interact with it. When you don't involve yourself with the situation your people are constantly causing, it's very easy to get used to it. Not like anyone was hurt. Can't we just talk this through? Alice looked straight into my face. For Faust to face someone directly when she usually stares into empty space as she speaks can only indicate one thing. She is incredibly disappointed in me. I must have something incredibly frustrating.
어떤 날개든 금기를 어겼다는 건.
A loud explosion left Don Quixote dismembered where she said, "Wow, Don, you couldn't last like 30 seconds."
별도의 발포 경고 없이 금기자를 처단할 수 있다는 뜻이에요.
Looks like border control isn't willing to forgive us until they dismember the rest of the sinners. Armed security staff was surrounding us on all sides.
날이 갈수록 널
Burgess, you shouldn't be surprised by this. You really shouldn't.
바닥 밑에 고여있던 조그만 기대감마저 증발시켜버리니 말이야. 난 빠지지.
I'm keeping out.
정석의 단독 범행이라고 하든 다 같이 해결하든 알아서.
아까는 관리자님만으로는 부족하니까 동행한 거라면서요.
This isn't in his job description.
어쩔 수 없는 것에 책임을 져준다고 했지. 이따위 헛짓거리에 동참해준다는 뜻은 아니었다.
Burgess casually pushed his way through the line of armed guards and leaned against a wall. I enjoy that all the guards saw the red eye and just went, "Hey, if he's not fighting us, I'm cool with that."
He's the red fucking gaze. He's a color.
That's what I'm saying. Like they all saw him and are like, if he's not actively fighting us, fucking cool, let him be.
It's like, would you poke the bear with a stick if it walked past you calmly? Like, you just don't do that.
I know, it's just fun to me. It's like, yep.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
You are obviously with them. If you're not actively against us, cool, man. You go do you.
You just chill, man.
He then crosses his arms as a further drive home that he'll remain a spectator.
초식 1번.
포맨이 단정하지 않군요.
똑바로 서라. 나무 인형만도 못한 것.
So this is the part of the game where I would recommend at least reading enemy passives before you start win rating, just because there's gonna be some interesting or fun things in there.
Okay. Big slicey.
SP healing slicing, which is just so strong.
Oh sure, let's look at their skill. On hit, inflict tremor. On hit, inflict tremor. Heal, inflict tremor. Reverse. Start of the turn, heal 50 HP. Listen, heal 15 HP. That's fun.
They're called HP bullets.
Personally, didn't start reading intently until that certain boss fight.
That's fair, but you know, good to develop good habits early, and you can see some fun or interesting things in a lot of passive kits. Like even just the passive names can be lore relevant.
Oh. The fucking kick him into the air, then elbow him when you both land.
He doesn't fuck around, man.
Again! Round 2, fuckboy!
퇴거하시죠. 포맨이 단정하지 않군요.
똑바로 서라. 나무 인형만도
Wasn't their unit when they panic, they attack their allies?
No.
그 정도 각오로 우리 식구를 건드렸나?
You can actually read enemy panic effects in the passive menu too.
Yeah, in the sanity, right?
Sanity, yeah.
Panic times, panic.
가자.
끝내. 전소하리 하오르시게.
Might have been an indiscriminate attack then.
포맨이 단정하지 않군요. 즉시 퇴거하시죠.
Faust, keep carrying me, please. I know she's actually not, but like the animations are fun to watch. Really, just
it catches
gonna.
the eye.
It does. Really, just gonna watch from there.
그렇게 쳐다봐도 소용없습니다, 관리자님. 아무도 귀담아 듣지 않는 길잡이 주제에 칼까지 빼드는 건 주제 넘은 짓이 아니겠습니까?
I'm trying to help you and no one fucking listens to me.
He's just a chill guy, man.
마지막으로 오지랖을 부려보자면 K사의 특이점은 HP 탄으로
If I could have a whole team full of maids, I would. Unfortunately, I don't have them.
됩니다.
Alas, there are only
관리자님의
4.
능력과도 유사하겠군요.
Hey, wait. Completely ignoring my feeble plea, not that they could hear it, K-Corp security guards closed in on us. Round 2.
앞에 나선 보람이 있었구려. 그 어느 때보다 뜨겁게
Veritable
타올랐어.
10.
Alright, we got time for one more.
파우스트가
Why is it
맞이하죠.
level 18 now? That's odd.
They fluctuate within a range.
It's just odd to me for like a previous one to be level 20, this would be 18. It's just odd to me.
화격검.
Marcel, win the clash!
So he does! He fucking bops him and goes bah bah!
Yes, manager.
Yes, manager. Marcel, no!
끝내. 전수하리.
Yeah, 31. Woo.
화격검.
배가 아팠습니다.
끝내. 전수하리. 타오르시게. 화격검.
Yes, have a sword but use your fists. The knife hand technique! Their hands are swords! Ha-cha-cha-cha-cha!
That's true.
It's true. That was like his entire story of like, I then learned that the whole point of the knife hand technique. Hiya!
제거하시죠.
He just heart sealed twice in a row. That's crazy.
제대로 찝었군. 자, 한 건 했고.
Talking about Ryoshi over there. Ryoshi's part of his group, isn't she?
Oh,
yeah.
I think they're talking about Ryoshu's sword that she has in every identity, but she's slicing people with her hands instead.
Because of the hand knife technique.
Yeah, she doesn't need the sword, and besides, she wouldn't use it.
What about mouse? There's no mouse.
조심 1번.
I think she has a sword move in the skin. I think.
제거하시죠.
It's like. Does she not?
Nope.
Oh. Papa. I just Papa.
Even in her base ID, which you've used before, she isn't using the sword. She's slicing people with the scabbard.
Oh.
자, 한 건 했고.
완벽하게 대응했습니다.
That's his carrying.
That was just a that was just go fast. That was just a fight, so I can know.
몸을 풀어두죠.
I knew like one fucking story bit because that's like 15 minutes. Get 'em, boys. The only time she uses sword is in base ego and the other certain IDs.
Yeah, some IDs she uses a sword that's not that sword. But the only time she uses that sword is in her base ego, I believe. It's a flaming sword. With, I assume, greater significance.
Just watching fucking Merceau get shield bashed like 4 times. Let me punch.
Yeah, there's certain consistencies with certain sinners between all of their identities. Like, for Gregor, he will always have some kind of fucked up hand or prosthetic hand. He will never have 2 normal hands. For Ryoshu, she always has that sword on her, even if she's not using it. Don Quixote always has her running shoes. Rogia I don't think has anything.
She always has her hair.
That's so true. She always has white hair.
Fire
That's
Fist Gregor being a
Roja
good
has...
fan service ID. Fire Fist Gregor was pretty cool.
Yes. They heard the fans and they gave the fans what they wanted. It's perfect fan service.
즉시 퇴거하시죠.
자, 한 건
Speaking of fan service, I have no idea how true this is. It's just what have you heard the rumors of the next Ari skin for League?
Oh?
There's no way this is true, but it's the rumor going around that the next Ari skin is Ari just in a towel. That they broke.
I doubt that.
I doubt it too, but that's the rumor going around. They broke the fan service button or whatever.
가자.
Just a towel.
Just a towel.
Get him, Marceau!
He's getting.
Yeah, blunt damage is really good in this, basically this entire canto. So this team should always be doing at least decently on damage. Echoes of the Manor! I mean, that's one sinking character is doing that much sanity damage to fellas. That's good.
Yeah. No, I stand by, like, Maid Faust is, like, doing insane
Butler Faust.
Butler Faust is doing insane work. K-Course Singularity, HP bullets. Any would-be fatal injuries we managed to inflict were healed away with a single shot of those regenerative rounds. It was only a matter of time before the thread by which Heathcliff's patience was hung snapped.
못 먹겠네. 우린 세상에서 제일 의미 없는 일을 하고 있어, 알아?
Just kill him.
말했잖아요. 날개와 엮이는 건 무의미하다고요.
이렇게 실시간으로 허무해지는
Has he
전투일 줄은
played
몰랐지.
Lobotomy? I've watched people play Lobotomy. I've not played it though.
잘라내면 잘라내는 대로 살점이 차오른다.
Yeah, he knows bits and bobs about the lore of Lobotomy Corp and Ruina, but not like the nitty-gritty details.
이딴 예술도 있는 거군.
Cause like I don't know exactly how the bullets work because I'm not watching. I feel like if Ryoshi were like just cut their head off and like punt the head away, like they'd be dead. I feel like that'd be hard to heal unless it just grew back a new head. And then you could traumatize the guy and like point at his head. It's like, is that you or is this you? And then cuts off his other head again. He's like, oh.
Effective.
Ryoshi made the most pained expression I've seen from her, begrudgingly swinging her sheath around. Cuts and slashes will mend before even a drop of blood can spill from them. There couldn't be a worse battle for Ryoshi to fight. Is there anything we can do?
HP. 헬라포이시스 기술은 손실된 신체의
HP bullets saved my nuggets at Imes.
That's so true.
Oh, the HP bullets. Yes, yes. That you get
they
later
were
on in the game. Yeah, you get later in the game. We get the different types of bullets.
한번 투약받아도
And the nuggets are the
생존이 오래
fucking
지속되는데
people. your
궁지 안에서 보급을 받는 자들은
staff.
Yeah, nuggets are agents.
전투로는
I know
이길
some
방법이 없다고 할
things
수도 있겠네요.
from osmosis. Unfortunately, still died.
That's what the shield bolts are for.
Even Faust is shaking her head in despondency, but then you just stack all of them on top of each other, so one shot heals everybody.
Yep, that is true. That's how it works. Not even a joke. I would
Appeal
stack people in elevators before fights.
A peal of overwhelmingly energetic laughter rang through the air.
앞에 나선 보람이 있었구려.
Leave one guy with the proper damage type resistant suit to tank hits for like 20 seconds while you have everyone else dip out of the room to cram into an elevator and heal up to full.
Alright, so...
Good times.
Unfortunately, though, that is where we're gonna have to end for tonight, because I have shit I have to do.
Battle Pass missions!
Battle Pass missions! Oh. So,
one more ticket!
Another EXP ticket that I may or may not use. So...
Yeah.
I would like to thank you over Thank you for coming, and hopefully we'll see you next one. Have a good night, and we'll see you then. Good night, everybody.